In a world where we are constantly connected and information is readily available, it is still surprising to hear about famous individuals who have gone missing. While their fame may make their disappearances more publicized, it also adds an element of mystery and concern. In this video, we will delve into the stories of some well-known personalities who have been reported missing, shedding light on the events surrounding their disappearances and the efforts made to locate them. From musicians and actors to athletes and public figures, these individuals have captured our hearts and minds, leaving us wondering about their whereabouts and hoping for their safe return. So without further ado, let's jump right into our list of 20 famous people who have been reported missing. Number 21. Julian Sands. On January 13, 2023, British actor Julian Sands went missing while hiking in the Mount Baldy region of Southern California. Sands was a seasoned climber, but the circumstances were terrible. Extensive searches of the region were conducted in an attempt to find Sands, with rescue crews confronting avalanche threats. Unfortunately, the actor remained missing after many weeks. The search expedition lasted months, but certain portions of the mountain were still inaccessible owing to snow and ice. Hikers found human remains in the forest near Mount Baldy on Saturday, June 24. A few days later, a positive identification established that these were Julian Sands' remains. The actor, who was 65 at the time of his death, had acted in several films and TV series, including A Room with a View in 1985 and Arachnophobia in 1990. His wife, Evgenia Sivkowitz, and 3 children survive him. Number 20. Margot Kidder. Our first entry on the list is Margot Kidder, best known for her portrayal of Lois Lane in the Superman movies, mysteriously vanished in 1996. Despite extensive search efforts, she was not located until 4 days later in a stranger's garden in Glendale, California. Kidder was discovered filthy and bewildered, having had the most public freak out in history. Her 2 front teeth were gone, and she was crazy. Kidder eventually acknowledged having a bipolar illness, but refused to take any medication prescribed for it. Kidder said that throughout her breakdown, she grew more paranoid, believing that her first husband and the CIA were trying to kill her. Kidder got himself on the run for many days, sleeping on the streets until he landed in Elaine Lamb's Glendale garden. She was apprehended by police and eventually agreed to get treatment for her manic depression. Number 19. Sinéad O'Connor. Next is Sinéad O'Connor. The acclaimed Irish singer-songwriter joins our list. She went missing for several weeks in 2016, sparking concerns about her well-being. Fortunately, she was eventually found safe and sound, but the reasons behind her disappearance remain undisclosed. Sinéad O'Connor, an Irish singer-songwriter, went missing on May 15, 2016. O'Connor went for a bike ride through Wilmette, a Chicago suburb, around 6 a.m. on Sunday, the 15th. County police issued an alert for O'Connor after someone reported that she had not returned home. O'Connor had previously battled with severe depression, and just a few days before her disappearance, the Nothing Compares to You singer penned a Facebook message to her son. The letter publicly described O'Connor's difficulties in contacting her 12-year-old son, Shane, over who she was fighting for custody. Friends and relatives were anxious after she had been absent for more than 24 hours that O'Connor had committed suicide, since she had previously tried suicide. When she was discovered safe, the police called off the hunt. Number 18. Ozzy Osbourne. Next on the list is the legendary rock star Ozzy Osbourne. Known for his wild antics and unforgettable performances, Ozzy Osbourne vanished in May of 2016 after his wife, Sharon, booted him out of the home for adultery. Sharon supposedly discovered Ozzy's relationship with stylist Michelle Pugh and expelled him from their house. He went to the Beverly Hills Hotel at first, but did not stay long. When his children, Jack, Kelly, and Amy, attempted to contact him over the weekend after his conflict with Sharon, they were unable to locate him. Friends were concerned that he might abandon his food choices and resort to booze and drugs to cope. Supposedly, the buddy even said, "He is not brilliant on his own and is a bit like a puppy. He goes missing, but then usually turns up sooner or later." Number 17. Kurt Cobain. Next up, we have Kurt Cobain, the enigmatic frontman of Nirvana. Despite his fame and success, Cobain's troubled personal life took a dark turn, leading to his disappearance and death in 1994, allegedly by suicide. Cobain had escaped from a treatment center in California and returned to Seattle, Washington, to the home he shared with his wife, Courtney Love, and their small daughter, Frances Bean, before his death. It is commonly assumed that Cobain committed suicide there with a shotgun. On April 8, 1994, his corpse was discovered and a suicide note, along with the pistol, was recovered at the site. Kurt Cobain's location was unknown for many days before his death. His mother filed a missing persons report for her son, and Courtney Love hired a private investigator to attempt to find him. He was seen by the family's nanny, and also while purchasing shotgun ammo at a sporting goods shop. While in Seattle, Cobain allegedly sought to conceal his identity by donning an overcoat and big sunglasses. Despite his unusual attire, he was recognized by a large number of individuals. Several speculations have emerged in the aftermath of Kurt Cobain's sudden death. Some think Cobain was killed, noting, among other things, contradictions in police accounts and evidence. Others point to the odd character of Cobain's supposed suicide letter, claiming it's more of a retirement announcement than a last message. Others say that Kurt Cobain couldn't have been lucid enough to fire the shotgun and take his own life since he'd taken a fatal dose of heroin into his system just before pulling the trigger. Number 16. Chelsea O'Donnell. The daughter of television personality Rosie O'Donnell. Chelsea O'Donnell makes our list. Rosie O'Donnell's 17-year-old daughter was missing for over a week in the summer of 2015. On Sunday, August 16, Rosie reported Chelsea missing from their Rockland County, New York, neighborhood. By Tuesday, there had been no trace of Chelsea, so Rosie resorted to social media for assistance. She asked the public on Twitter and Instagram for any information they might supply. Chelsea had been found by police by Wednesday. She had been hiding out with Steve Shearer, a 25-year-old convicted drug dealer. Chelsea met Shearer on Tinder and was supposedly alone with him. Number 15. Jess Camp. Jess Camp, winner of MTV's Wanna Be a VJ competition. Marisha Camp, Camp's sister, filed a missing person complaint with the Riverside Police Department on July 19, 2018, reporting that her brother was gone. Marisha had not heard from her brother since around the 11th or 12th of July, which she described to the police as unusual. The Fontana Police Department confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that Camp was stopped outside of a Sherwin-Williams paint shop on July 19, 2018, for a pedestrian check, but did not elaborate. On July 24, 2018, authorities found Camp and informed him that he was not in need of any assistance. Number 14. Dorothy Arnold. Dorothy Arnold, an American socialite and heiress, went missing in New York City on December 12, 1910, after leaving her family's house to go shopping. She was occupied with high society events and was seen shopping at a candy store and a bookstore. She was born into a well-connected family. Gladys King, among others, claimed to have seen her. When she did not come home, her family got anxious and sent feelers. Instead, they hired a family lawyer to conduct an investigation. Her parents contacted the police 6 weeks later, with no trace of Arnold. Her disappearance became widely publicized, but no clues were ever found. Dorothy's death sparked wild rumors, including the notion that she committed suicide because her family mocked her dream to be a writer. Dorothy's father, who had exhausted all of his resources in the hunt for his daughter, felt she was murdered that fateful day as she strolled through New York's Central Park. Number 13. Nick Stahl. Nick Stahl, known for his roles in movies like Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, vanished in 2012. He was reported missing by his estranged wife, Rose Stahl, in May of 2012. She got concerned when she couldn't contact Stahl for over a week and speculated that he had overdosed. Stahl resurfaced from a downtown Los Angeles crack home a few days after the news broke, stating he was OK and had entered a 30-day inpatient recovery program. But the story didn't stop there. Stahl went missing again in June of 2012. He allegedly concluded that treatment wasn't for him, so he checked out and disappeared. Nick Stahl didn't go absent for long the second time. He reappeared a few days after fleeing the recovery center, and his wife, Rose claimed that he was attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and was in a good place. Number 12. Katherine Jackson. Katherine Jackson, on July 12, 2012, the matriarch of the Jackson family and mother to the late Michael Jackson, Katherine Jackson, faced a missing person report from her nephew Trent Jackson. Los Angeles police investigated, but within 24 hours, they were able to contact her. It is believed that Katherine was hanging out with family members in Arizona, enjoying the weather, and playing Uno. The report may have been related to a family squabble involving some of Katherine's children, who reportedly wanted Michael Jackson's estate executors to resign. Number 11. J-Kwon. J-Kwon, the rapper famous for his hit single Tipsy, went missing in 2010. The 24-year-old Tipsy singer had been missing for about a month when Gracie Productions published a statement requesting any and all information on J-Kwon's whereabouts. On social media, a unique Twitter page, Where is J-Kwon, appeared, and fans left suggestions and information. People even went door to door looking for the rapper, but to no effect. J-Kwon became aware of the heightened media coverage. J-Kwon contacted Gracie Productions on March 4, 2010, after being off the radar for many weeks, claiming that he was taking some time to himself as he sometimes does, not realizing that people would start to worry after a while. Not noticing. Someone is away for a month, and he thinks no one will notice? What's going on? Surprisingly, J-Kwon's fourth studio album came out less than 3 weeks later. Anyone up for a publicity stunt? Number 10. Philip Taylor Kramer. Philip Taylor Kramer, a bassist for the rock band Iron Butterfly and aerospace engineer, disappeared in 1995. He left his house to meet up with a business colleague at LAX after discovering a revolutionary discovery, a math formula for transmissions at faster than light speed, but never arrived. Kramer's last phone conversations were bizarre and unnerving, as he called old friends and his wife. His last call was to 911, when he informed the dispatcher that he was going to commit suicide. A major search was initiated, but Kramer was never found. The missing Kramer case was covered on high-profile talk programs and crime shows, but no fresh leads were discovered. Skeletal remains conclusively identified as Kramer's were discovered inside a minivan in Decker Canyon, just outside Malibu, California, in late May 1999. Kramer's death was declared a suicide by the police, a verdict that his family continues to contest. The case is still unsolved. Number 9. Andrew Koenig. Andrew Koenig, best known for his role as Boner on the sitcom Growing Pains, went missing in Vancouver, British Columbia in February 2010. As relatives and friends were concerned about Koenig's absence, Vancouver police initiated an inquiry. Koenig suffered from depression, according to his parents. In the days leading up to his disappearance, he had called a close friend to return some things that had been given to him as presents. On February 14, 2010, Koenig was last seen alive. Andrew Koenig's corpse was recovered by friends scouring Stanley Park in Vancouver on February 25, 2010. Walter Koenig, Koenig's father, revealed that his son had committed suicide by hanging himself in a densely forested region. Number 8. Sean Flynn. Sean Flynn, son of actor Errol Flynn and an accomplished photojournalist, vanished in 1970. While covering the Vietnam War, he and his colleague, Dana Stone, disappeared in Cambodia. Flynn and Dana Stone were subsequently confirmed to have been captured by Khmer Rouge rebels. According to reports, the Khmer Rouge likely kept Flynn and Stone hostage for up to a year before murdering them. Flynn's bones were never discovered, but his mother, actress Lily Demita, proclaimed him legally dead in 1984. In March 2010, bones thought to be Flynn's were recovered in a mass burial in Kampong Cham, Cambodia. Further inquiry and DNA testing revealed that the remains were not those of Flynn. Number 7. Jason Mewes. Jason Mewes, widely recognized for his role as Jay in the Jay and Silent Bob films, disappeared in 1998. Jason Mewes' struggles with drug misuse have been widely known. Mewes refused to appear in court for a required hearing after his arrest on heroin charges in 2001. A warrant was granted, and Mewes was discovered to be basically unplugged. Jason Mewes returned in April 2003, appearing in a Freehold, New Jersey, courthouse to address accusations. A court sentenced the Jay and Silent Bob star to 6 months of forced treatment. He was also sentenced to probation until 2005. Number 6. James Allen. James Allen, the former drummer of the Scottish band Las Vegas, went missing in September 2009. After failing to attend the Mercury Awards, where Las Vegas was scheduled to play, news that Allen had supposedly gone viral went viral. According to initial reports, the Scottish singer was unwell, but everyone was concerned behind the scenes. James Allen informed Las Vegas management that he was all right 5 days later. He was allegedly in New York City. However, it is unclear why he left Europe for the United States. A few days later, Allen joined Las Vegas in Boston, where the band opened for Kings of Leon. In 2009, many Las Vegas gigs were canceled, including a high-profile appearance at the Coachella Music Festival. At the time, the media attributed Allen's exhaustion as the cause, but in a March 2011 interview with The Sun, Allen acknowledged having suffered an overdose. Number 5. Casey Kasem. Next, Casey Kasem, a former radio presenter, was granted temporary conservatorship for his 82-year-old father by a court ruling in 2014. Kasem, who suffers from advanced Parkinson's disease and cannot talk, was in the care of his wife, Jean Kasem. During the trial, Jean's attorney admitted they didn't know where Kasem was but assumed he had been removed from the country. Kasem was found in Washington state 3 days after the story broke, visiting another couple on vacation. He died on June 15, 2014, from complications of Lewy body dementia. Number 4. Harold Holt. The 1967 disappearance of Australian Prime Minister Harold Holt has been a subject of conspiracy theories, with some suggesting he faked his death to start a new life with a mistress, while others claimed he was kidnapped by foreign adversaries or swept away in a Chinese submarine and interrogated for political secrets. The reality is that Holt's body was never found, and the reality is more tragic. Holt went swimming at Cheviot Beach in Melbourne on that day, but he never emerged from the surf and was declared drowned 2 days later. An extensive search mission failed to uncover his body. Holt's friends admitted that he was not a particularly powerful swimmer and had a shoulder injury at the time of his disappearance. The widely accepted theory is that after drowning, it was eaten by sea lice, which can strip a corpse of flesh in 24 hours. Number 3. Scott Hutchison. Scott Hutchison, the lead singer and songwriter of the indie rock band Frightened Rabbit, disappeared on May 9, 2018. His sudden disappearance shocked the music community, prompting an outpouring of support and search efforts. Hutchison went missing early that morning after leaving a hotel in South Queensferry, Scotland, according to the report. Sadly, authorities discovered Hutchison's body a little more than a week after he went missing. Number 2. Richey Edwards. In 1998, the album This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours by Manic Street Preachers became a major success in the United Kingdom. The Welsh band, known for their string of hits that had previously only reached the top 10, achieved their first #1 single with If You Tolerate This, Then Your Children Will Be Next. However, this achievement was bittersweet, as it came after the mysterious disappearance of guitarist Richey Edwards 3 years earlier. According to The Independent, Edwards went missing on February 1, 1995, and his body has never been found. The guitarist checked out of his London hotel in the morning and drove to Wales, where he vanished without a trace. Edwards was widely believed to have died by suicide at the age of 27, joining the tragic 27 Club, alongside iconic musicians such as Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, and Amy Winehouse. Despite the presumption of suicide, no definitive proof of Richey's death has ever been found, leading to ongoing speculation. In 2008, authorities officially declared him presumed dead. However, a recent book titled Withdrawn Traces, Searching for the Truth About Richey Manic, written with the cooperation of Richey's sister, suggests an alternative theory. The book alleges that the guitarist staged his own death, pointing to his fascination with disappearing and the possibility that he may have started a new life in Israel, as reported by Wales Online. The mystery surrounding Richey Edwards' disappearance and alleged death continues to captivate fans and music enthusiasts alike, leaving unanswered questions about the fate of the enigmatic guitarist and the true story behind his disappearance. Number 1. Drake Bell. Lastly, we have Drake Bell, known for his role in the Nickelodeon series Drake and Josh and Ultimate Spider-Man, who was reported missing by the Daytona Beach Police Department. Despite being considered endangered, law enforcement contacted Bell the next morning and confirmed his safety. And there you have it, our list of 21 famous people who have been reported missing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories from the world of celebrities. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and stay curious.